You remember
I remember everything.
You do. One of the comedians who died recently, Eddie Large.
Steve, what are you doing, man? Tell us.
I was going to just start tightening these up again, just to.
Yeah. Have you cleaned the terminals then? Yeah.
Well, I think I did get in there. Maybe you reckon WD-40's probably a.
No, I think as long as if it's like metal to metal, we're good. Oh, I like that squeaky noise.
Does it do it for you?
Yeah. Right. So we need 2 cables. Yeah. Electric cables. Actually, no, we don't. Just need my multimeter. Are we going to generate voltage then, aren't we? Yes.
What? How can we're going to have to spin the rest of it?
Yeah, you got to have to sort of put it in a position where we can spin it.
Multimeter, and let's have a quick look. Yeah, go for it.
Oh. You know, something's not quite right, is it? Why does it suddenly look up like that?
No, but this, if there is a ground.
No, it's doing nothing, isn't it? Fuck off.
Should we stop and think?
Yeah. I've bought some parts. Boom. Steve, come closer, man. Exhausts, right? No idea why these are like. They're only 30 quid. Oh, there we go. So it's only like a header. So we're gonna run it with open headers. Got some nice little gaskets. So I bought that. I bought some motor oil, golden film, Morris lubricants, and spark plug leads with the ignition lead, the coil lead as well. Okay, I bought the crank seal, carburetor mounting gasket, and just in case we need them, 4 Bosch spark plugs. That's it, man. Okay. Was it Ferdinand Porsche? Ferdinand Porsche designed this engine, wasn't it? Well, I might be talking rubbish now, but I think he designed the Beetle, or the basis of the Beetle, and he also designed the Porsche, the car. Yeah. Ferdinand Porsche. Porsche.
He's not German though. He's wasn't he Czech or something like that?
Was he?
I think so. Yes. I'm not quite sure why. I suppose he pioneering kind of German design.
Yeah, they were very productive in the 30s, weren't they? Like they had massive growth between the First World War and the end of the First World War and the beginning of the Second World War. During the Second, they had massive growth anyway, didn't they? In the 30s, all the country united, and anyway, probably a bit of a sensitive subject. Well done, Stephen boy. How many years have you been an engineer, Steve?
It's about a week now, isn't it? They have this thing called a torque wrench, and none of them can talk, can they? You have to tell them what to do.
That's not funny, mate.
No,
right.
It's nearly
leave the jokes
nearly
to me.
amusing. Okay, is this going to go on? That's the.
Right, I think we can safely say the alternator bracket oil filler thing is on. So we fill the oil from there, yeah?
No.
And then we leave that open to vent, yeah?
I think it might be the other way around.
Okay, alright.
That other thing's a vent though, isn't it? The
yeah, that little pipe thing.
funny little pipe dangly down bit.
Okie dokie, that's great. Well done, man. Steve, once this is tightened on, we could maybe clean the carburetor. See if we can get the carburetor unseized. Yeah?
It's only been in that paraffin for
A couple of weeks.
yeah, it's just over a week, isn't it? I think
Should be enough. It's a Solex. Oops. It's a Solex, yeah, PICT1. A Solex PI something 1. Do you want some chicken wings out here on the plate, or do you want to go and eat inside?
out here's cool with me.
Out here would be lovely. So, see, I think this carb visually, except for the fact that it's seized, looks okay. We've got the old fuel hose there. Is the choke seized as well? Looks like it. Freaking choke. It all looks freaking seized. Okay. Looks like that paraffin hasn't really touched it, Steve.
Is it worth getting some of the penetrating fluid on it and seeing if that
Yeah,
will...
yeah, that might help. Yeah. What's that now? 9. Damn. It's well and truly seized, Steve. Oh, balls. I think we're going to have to put it on a vice. I can go there. Okay. I think this is either make or break. Oh, okay, I'm undoing the nut, so that's not going to make. But it's not going to break either, so let's see if we can strip this one. Oh, it's moving.
You're kidding.
Hang on. I told you heat was a good idea, Steve. Right, okay, well, it's not moving further than that, but it's a start.
What if you...
I've burnt the shit out of all the springs. I don't think it's this, because this should just compress. Yeah. So that's free. This stuff seeps in. It's getting there.
Nearly there now, yeah?
I don't know how good this is going to be, Steve, but it is slackening off. But it might be that it's going to leak air, because we've had a lot of corrosion around the throttle valve. But we'll give it a go, man.
And the parts that are likely to be corroded won't be in a carb kit, so it's just...
No. Mind you, we might be able to get a throttle valve for it. So,
The story so far, please.
well, we've unseized the carburettor. We don't know if it's going to be okay, but we're going to give it a clean see if any of the gaskets are, or the diaphragms are. Oh, this looks alright. So that's the needle valve there. That's the float.
Is that going to go through the ultrasonic cleaner?
No.
No?
Well, if you want to, Steve, you can put it in.
I don't know, just because I've seen Musty do it. Musty One, whatever he's called.
What does he know, man?
Well, whenever he touches anything mechanical, it's the carburetor. And then he sticks it through the ultrasonic cleaner.
That's the pump diaphragm.
Doesn't look clean. I don't know how clean they need to be.
It's not really clean, it's one of those, it's got splits in it. So we can put this, let's just put this in the ultrasonic cleaner as it is.
So the starter motor, it's out. We're just checking it.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of alive.
Yeah. It doesn't turn very fast, but it turns. What does it keep doing that? Good. So, Steve, yeah, I want to show you something, man.
What's that?
When that gear, it spits the gear out and the gear turns.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you release the key, if you like, that thing turns back again. Okay, that gear. So it spits out, turns the flywheel. As soon as you let go of the starter motor, that cog comes back out again.
Drops back
so
down.
What we did here with your test, the cog was permanently attached to that, which wouldn't work. So it means like we want the starter motor to be out here somewhere. So when the key, when it spits out, it lines up with this. So we're a bit stuffed.
We are indeed.
Okay. Awesome.
Not going to go on for some reason, is it?
Lovely, mate. Lovely. Just push the stud in, you see.
Is it pushing it in?
Yeah. And thankfully we've got enough. Well, I hope we do. Yeah, just enough. That's good. Good. Let's just have a bit of a knocky. Okay. Does that make sense?
Don't know. I'd imagine it was something like that. Just use one of the retaining holes to.
Oh, so good.
Is there a bolt? Oh, you've got the bolt there to go through. Yeah?
Is man, is this? Ah.
Is that the way it fits?
Ah, it probably does two different flywheels, man. Because this one doesn't fit, but that side fits, I think. Right.
And will the bolt go through that now?
Yeah, that will go. Am I doing this the right way?
I think so, yeah. And it wouldn't have to go on that tight, would it?
I think that has to go. That guy's coughing his lungs up. That will go there. That'll go on there. Yeah.
Is it just the flywheel screw?
Yeah, flywheel gland is called.
Flywheel screw. 217 foot-pounds.
Good freaking luck with this. Don't think your cup of tea is going to do very well there, Steve. Oh shit, man, the metal's freaking caving in.
The table's not taking it now.
No. You alright with that?
Yeah.
Back, you need to go back. Okay. That's it, nice. Sweet, it's not that freaking heavy then after all, is it?
No. Wasn't much of a click yet.
No, not yet. That was.
That's it.
Done. It's a bit like that, I think it's like that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's how it goes. Should we just slip a couple of nuts on it? Yeah, a couple of spring washers. Okie doke. What foot poundage is this one? Oh, we'll find out. Give it a bit of a... It's starting to look like a VW engine, man. Isn't it?
It's not far off now.
Does that tell you what year it was made? D14100679. Probably not. Anyway, I'll just find out what we're doing with that. Done. We did, I think we did cylinder number 4 first. No, last. We definitely have got issues because when engine is at cylinder number 1, top dead center for firing, the distributor is pointing 180 degrees in the wrong side. Steve, can you just show them the markings I've done here? So cylinder number 1 is here, this one, that's cylinder number 1, alright. That's cylinder number 4, that's cylinder number 3, cylinder number 2. So firing order, if I'm not wrong, is 1, 4, 3, 2. Philly chaps can let us know if that's correct. Yeah, I think it's 180 degrees wrong, but fuck it. So, we've just done the valve clearances with Steve and it was hopelessly out. So much so that when we slackened the nuts to adjust valve clearances, the valve spring expanded. So, if we had left it as it was, cylinder number 1 wouldn't have ever been sealing. Anyway, it's a bit worrying really, but so anyway, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop saying so, and I'm going to revolve the engine. So that was exhaust closing. So that's not, okay, so that was, fuck it, I don't know what it was, but anyway. That's inlet opening, inlet closing, and coming to top dead center. And top dead center there. Alright, so we're top dead center. Can I show them the distributor? So cylinder number 1's at the firing thing. If you look at where this little bugger is pointing, is over there. Now the line of the distributor body, can you show them that tiny little line in the casting there? It's 180 degrees in the wrong direction. Might be because we put the cam in the wrong way, I don't know. But I'm hoping that this is going to fire correctly, even though it's not set up as it should have been. Anyway, so that's that. And as yeah, very chuffed with Steve doing the valve clearances. That's brilliant. All of them are done. We've only got these exhausts on from those cylinders, but we've got nothing for these. Ideally, I'd like to make a couple of stubs just with open pipes, basically. This is on, that's in and set. Carburetor needs a new pump, diaphragm gasket, and it's a bit iffy whether this is going to work or not, but it does need a new pump diaphragm. And that's it pretty much. There's the carburetors. It works, you know. And we need to block this hole here to stop air going in there when the engine's turning. We need to find some exhaust pipes for that. I need to put some oil in it, connect the fuel pump to the carburetor, connect the vacuum pipe to the distributor, put the rocker covers back on again, spark plugs, spark leads, and the most difficult thing that we're up against is getting some way to rotate the flywheel in order to start the engine. We don't really want to put it in the car for various reasons. Anyway, that's where we're at, man. We don't need a pulley, do we? We don't need an alternator pulley because we're not going to be running a dynamo for the sake of just starting and looking and seeing if this will run, which I think it will run, but probably get various backfires, misfires, probably run like a bag of shit, and also oil leaks, because we did miss some oil seals, didn't we, when we were doing the crankcase together. But what Steve and I said was that, you know, it's a first engine, we can't be building it as cheaply and as simply as we can, and if it does run, we will know if we're satisfied. If we're satisfied, that means that maybe at our leisure we can dismantle it and rebuild it correctly, you know, posh, yeah, with all the correct things and all that. And we haven't got an oil pressure, we don't have oil. Oh, Steve, there's a freaking looks like there's a hole there with a thread in it. Do you see that there? Can you show them that, because they might be able to tell us what that is.
Is that the sorry, the
could that be an oil pressure
valve kind of
there
indicator thing that you
that
need?
Would be great if that
linked
could
to your
happen.
dash.
If they do have such a thing, maybe they don't have.
I think
such
it
a
does.
thing. What else would that be for?
I don't know. We can check in the Haynes doodah, can't we?
Okay.
Are we there?
That's it, man. Done.